saying that in the form of informational seminars, as opposed to calling everybody out, okay, this is what we're going to do today. People don't even know what they're there for. The rest of the neighborhood.
What else?
I have one. Sensitivity to equity, to the issue of equity. You look around this world, there is absolutely no diversity at the table. We have to be critically sensitive to the issue of equity in this planet.
Sensitivity to equity.
People here in town are doing that. You know, we're selling out our own neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
To these, so.
You have 10 minutes. When you're finished, you can write them on.
On this?
When you're finished.
I can write quick.
So I guess it's two. Respect for architectural preservation and like respect for culture.
Okay, go ahead and discuss it right now.
And that we remain in urban situation and not sprawled with malls or
environmentally sustainable. They've done so. They have a sound background,
skill base,
yeah.
and knowledge base. And
Yeah.
Is that going to be one of our
how to
three?
articulate that or something with
Environmentally sustainable
Can we do
skills.
a fourth? Maybe we can do a fourth one. But because I think urban. I mean, in my view, that's a subset. Lanyard, sure. So skill in.
But they all have skills in urban planning.
experience.
Well, we would hope, but I wouldn't assume. Don't assume that. Don't assume that. Really, because I know some of these firms. Don't assume that.
Says manpower may not be totally correct. People power, but interns to conduct survey, data research, dedicated budget. So this is having the human resources necessary to do it. I'll put that over here. Understands new audience, blending new ideas with the past. That's kind of a new one, huh? Cultural sensitivity. Yeah. Okay. Clear over here. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
You in selecting these criteria for your district.
Hi, I'm Maitri Venkatramani. I live in the Lower Garden District, and I'm speaking on behalf of District 2. We'd like a team that is dedicated to connecting to the community. And
I'd like to know what experience they have working with historical urban planning, whether or not they are familiar with New Orleans culture, and also whether or not they can work well with diverse groups.
To get in District 9 with the people I'm talking for. But I'm going to come out where we all can see me. We spent a great deal of time talking. We spent a great deal of time getting to know each other. There are different people in our group from different organizations. There are people in our group that have developed plans and wanted to be heard. We have people in our group. I don't know how you can hear me if I can hear you. Thank you so much for your attention. The people in our group, some people do not have organizations. They haven't had meetings. We have some people that do have organizations that have meetings and they have a plan. What came out of this afternoon was a need for diversity, that it's very important to us that our planning team is diverse and represents who we are. It's important that it's inclusive of all of our neighbors and neighborhoods. It's important that we communicate, that people are real clear that some of us have cell phones, some of us have email, some of us only depend on the U.S. mail. So just saying download the plan is not good enough for us. We need things in hard form so that we can understand it, and we really want to be a part of creating it. We need funding. New Orleans East has many, many jewels. We have many economic engines that are there. But for us to redevelop, we need an infusion of cash. Right? Okay. Okay. We need that. And we're going to redevelop New Orleans East, and it's going to be a shining jewel. We want to summarize what exists. There are many plans in the area that exist right now. It's critically important that we summarize them so there is one plan that everyone is behind, totally committed to the process and to the plan. And that basically summarizes what we're about.
Thank you very much.
You know, it has to be this one planet, and
Too many cooks spoil the pot.
of providing teams up to cover each area.
I don't like to project and say that it might be, I mean, it's a large area of land we're talking about, large area of land. And the people that live next door to you and in the 6 blocks around you are very different from the people maybe in the 6 blocks around from you.
Not actually.
Everybody has,
Not actually.
you know, everybody has, you're not all the same.
Not in terms of how, in terms of
Well, I don't know. I mean, there are needs or needs or
what difference?
well,
What difference?
for instance, you would like a grocery store in one section of this area, right? But we don't all want to have to go to that one section. We would also like one maybe here and one here as well. That's what I mean.
So essentially you're trying to tell us an ideal candidate.
Can we
No, he
talk
was-
to the whole group now?
Tell them what you just said.
Okay, well, I'm looking at below that General de Gaulle line. I'm looking at below the General de Gaulle line, real timbers, areas like that are making, that's that area right off of the bridge, right?
Right, on the right.
They're in the same social, economic conditions as the, as the old Aurora area. Those are wealthier areas that we don't have to look at.
I think we could combine those two.
I think so. I agree with that.
I say combine tall timbers in
Yeah, I agree.
But Berman has things that have
3, so that's 3.
we need to do something
Okay.
with that area.
So this
By
is
clumping.
one, this is two, this is three.
Yes.
Right.
And did somebody say add this?
I think
I go. Yeah,
Yeah,
include it.
definitely.